Hello and welcome back to Arti Solanki Channel. I'm your host, Arti, a business coach, real estate broker, a passionate entrepreneur. Here we have empowering conversations with incredible leaders who are making difference in their industries. Today we have a very special guest, Shameka Idusui, a dedicated nurse, entrepreneur, an owner of Gracious Hearts Home Care, a non medical caregiving facility, I guess, and serving Southeast Houston. With a career in healthcare starting at just 19, Shamika has worked in pediatric, telemetry, observation units before earning her Bachelor of Science from Southern University of Louisiana. She later moved to Houston for greater opportunities, pursued her MBA from Lamar University, and then took the bold step of launching her own company. Bravo, Shamika. I am so proud of you, girl. And I welcome you to this episode. And I truly appreciate your time and giving us the whole inspiring story behind from a nurse to an entrepreneur. And we're going to talk about the whole journey, how you started it, what brought you to this place. And, let's dive deep into it. But like I said, welcome to the show. Thank you, Sharika.
Thank you, Artie, for inviting me here. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Yes. So let's start back with your journey from healthcare at just 19. What was the first what first drew you to nursing, right? Because it is a very passionate field,
Yes.
right? So, what drove you at just 19? What was the thing that you thought, okay, I want to be a nurse today?
Yes. Just growing up, I was always just doing things to help other people. I've always known that I wanted to do something with my life that basically helps people. So I was always drawn into like the human studies field. As a little girl, I was taking care of my dolls. I was taking care of my pets. I was taking care of my sisters. And then when my parents were sick and things like that, I'm the first one to jump up and go in and say, "Hey, mom, do you need anything? Dad, can I do anything to help?" Things like that. So I was always in and out of, the whole nursing role.
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess like it says, right, nursing is a field that you have to be passionate about. You have to have
Oh,
that
definitely.
you have to be caring for somebody. You have to feel it from the heart. And it's just not like, okay, it's not just a job. I feel like it's a lot of heart and a lot of care goes into it.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. So you've worked in multiple specialities, right, while working in nursing field. How did those experiences shape your perspective on patients' care?
So basically, what I feel is that working in all the disciplines of nursing, such as like telemetry, geriatrics, pediatrics, it gives you a well-rounded shape of the world and what the world needs. It helps you navigate like where is your actual passion? Who do you want to, take care of? Because there's no choice in taking care of people, but what do you prefer? What do you like? And for me, it has always been geriatrics. I always end up coming back into geriatrics. So you learn that as you are maneuvering through the nursing field.
Right, right, right.
Yes.
What inspired you to do the transition from working in hospitals and then to starting your own non-medical home care agency?
Yeah, so I mean, it's a long story. We wouldn't have time on your podcast to discuss it all, but we'll make it as short as possible. So, I come from a big family where I had great grandparents and great grandparents, grandparents, mother, father, everybody. We come from a big lineage of family, and what I noticed is that a lot of families in my medical career I noticed that a lot of families aren't fortunately as big as my families have been, as my family is. So I've watched a lot of seniors that they come into hospitals for help. They leave out, they go home and they still need help. And unfortunately, the world that we live in, it's kind of questionable as far as what help can you get. So to know that, there's families, seniors out here that they don't have immediate family to turn to, or they they can't really help one another because they're both kind of elderly and dealing with the same type of illnesses. It
Right.
opened it up and made it, it was something that kind of was eye-opening that, hey, there are people who need people like me who are genuinely here to help, who are genuinely here to care, and we'll make sure that you get care.
Right. Right. And like you said, a lot of families don't have anybody and they at their senior age they might be left alone, and who's going to take care of those? So it's a very good, not just as a business wise, but I guess it's also they can come to you and for that comfort, for that their needs. And when you say non-medical, is it also like, because I know there's a kind where they have like somebody to just give them a company and then just sit there for a couple of hours. And then some places I've seen that they take seniors for shopping or groceries. And so is it also that, or is it just strictly to do where like, they need help? What exactly? Let's go back. What exactly is non-medical
Yes.
care?
Yes. So non-medical care is a broad spectrum of things that we can do for the senior that is based around individualized care.
Mm.
We're not medical. So the medical teams are always going to be your nurses, your therapists, your CNAs, your aides that come out to help. Those are going to be your more on your medical aspect. We are non-medical. So basically what we do is we can come in, we can provide sitter services if sitter services are necessary, but we can also come in and we can offer that companionship. So when we have a senior that is not available or not available, but not able to like get out and go into the grocery stores and get their own groceries safely, we can be their company to make sure that they do that. If we have a senior that's inside and she has no social life, we can take our seniors out to eat. We can take them out to just kind of breathe and have a chance to have that type of social interaction. We can take them to community centers where they can socialize with other seniors. And so basically we fill the needs and the voids that they can't fill by doing things that are non-medical, like housekeeping, meal preparation, laundry services. Yeah, I say meal preparation. So making sure that they eat, they drink, making sure their house is clean and tidy, just anything to make sure that our seniors are safely at home.
Right, right. So they're pretty much like any senior mobile person, like it's not like in the bed or, uh,
Yeah.
you know,
It could go into the bed setting, especially like for bed-bound seniors, because they do need someone who's on the bedside who can help them turn every 2 hours to prevent them from, getting breakdowns and wounds. More than likely, if you're in the bed, then you're probably needing incontinence care, which that is something that we can provide as well. We can also make sure that that person who's in the bed has a proper meal, is properly hydrating, drinking water, different type of things that would be of aid to a medical company. Yes.
gotcha. See, there's so many different things that probably I didn't know about, and you get to learn
Yeah.
all these things, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So from moving to Houston, that's a big step, right? Anywhere, moving from any place, I feel like that it's a big step, and a lot of challenges that you face when you have to, especially move from one city to another.
Right.
And as a realtor, I say it's like you're not a tree; you can move anywhere you want. So, but I do know that there's a lot goes when you're moving. It's a lot of thinking, career wise. You're moving your home from one place to another. That means your friends, your family, your everything. So, what made you feel like, okay, that's it? Now, I think I want to go to Houston.
So Houston was on my radar. Houston was on my radar because, of course, Houston and Louisiana are the best of neighbors. So it's always been, yes, it's always been on my radar to get here and to, just see what opportunities were here. But my husband has been my most supportive, and I mean, he's the wind underneath my wings. So with him, I feel like I can, accomplish anything. So he's been my anchor. So yes, that's why we chose Houston. He was here and I came here, and it's just been us moving ever since.
Well, very nice. I mean, like, Houston is a very wonderful city, and I feel like we have so much cultural diversity. We have good colleges, we have good food, we have everything, good businesses,
It
and
is. It is.
entrepreneurs. So that's the best thing, right?
Yes. And I love Louisiana, but it's just coming out here and just seeing, I want to say, a brand new world actually, because it's just different coming from a little city and then elevating to like such a big huge city like Houston. Like you said, it's everything here. Opportunity, it's people, it's food, it's things to do, it's entertainment. I love
Yeah.
it. Yes, ma'am.
Nothing can beat Louisiana food, that's for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
So, getting an MBA, do you think that has helped you build your business, the Gracious Heart Home Care?
Definitely, definitely. I am a pro educator. I believe that, going back to school opened my eyes up to so many different opportunities. Also just, it just basically kind of gave you the education gives you the strength to say, this is something that I believe that I can do and I can pursue. It just shows you that so many people and so many others before you done it and laid a foundation for you. So
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And I feel like you said, the education plays a big role in anything you want to start. So, of course, that's fantastic. So, what are some of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to home care that you've heard of, or you want to address it to our audience and educate them about it?
The biggest misconceptions are, of course, the payer sources. Just to clear that up, we are in limbo right now with Medicare basically paying for non-medical home services. But because it says the name, it's in our name. It's non-medical home care services. We don't get a lot of insurances that are willing to pay for our services, which I think that is something that, we definitely need to address because the seniors who utilize our services, they absolutely need it. And I believe that, this is going to come to a point where, eventually insurances will definitely maybe consider taking us. But as of right now, I mean, we take private pay, we take long-term care insurances. So that would be more like Fidelity, New York Life, the ones who have those long-term care rider plans attached to them.
Correct.
We do take those. And then we're also connected in network with TriWest, which we can help out our veterans as well.
Yeah.
So that would be the most common misconception that I hear is, of course, is about the different payers that we can accept. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So, do you want to share like the different services that you offer, especially with your home care company? What are the services and what age range that you serve?
So the good thing about caregiver services is that there is no particular age range. We help with basically newborns of life all the way to the end of life. Correct. So one thing that I would like to share for especially like mothers, new mothers or mothers that have like bed rest restrictions and things like that, high risk pregnancy, they can utilize caregiver services to come in to aid and assist with them. Even when you have a newborn baby, sometimes it takes a while before you get back into a routine and a sleep routine. So to help eliminate postpartum depression, you can also have a caregiver that will come in and aid at your assistance to be with your baby and also with you, making sure you get your meals and your hydration and nutrition and things like that as well. And then we go all the way to the end of life, of course, with hospice care, hospice services. We help take the burden off of families. Some families, they don't want to get into the caregiver role especially when it comes to the end of life. It's a time that's very sensitive and delicate. So you can get a caregiver to come in and take care of your family member while you be just that. You be a family member. Man.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you said, it doesn't matter at what point of life, there's a time that comes where we all kind of feel like, yeah, I need help.
Yes.
And that when it comes in handy, like your services come in handy at that time. What would you like to say for women who are either in nursing or are are dreaming about, this kind of a career, what is your experience, or with your experience, what is your advice to them that they might be thinking about making this leap in their journey? And what would you say about that? What would be your guidance for them?
Yes, thank you, Artie. I am very, very, I'm a positive person. I live off of positive energy. And I like to say that if you have a thought of it, if you have the thought to do it, if you have a dream that comes to you to do it, I say do it. Take those that wind, put it underneath your wings and fly as high as you can. Because at the end of the day, it's rewarding to me. And that's where I get my satisfaction from, because I know that we are doing the absolute best that we can to, help our seniors, whether it be seniors or if you want to, focus on kids, or you want to focus on middle age, or wherever you want to focus it, as long as your intention behind it is to come in and be of a resource and to do what you are called to do, and that's to be a helping hand to somebody, then I
Yeah.
say take it and do it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they say, right? The time to start is now.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. Now, I'm not saying that there won't be challenges, because there's definitely challenges in everything that you do in life. But of course, like I say, if you have a notion to do it, take that leap of faith, because you don't get those notions for no reason. They're not null and void.
right,
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yeah. And taking that risk is, if you put yourself out there, give you 100%, it is going to be rewarding.
Yes.
So you just, like I said, just take a leap and just do it, and
Yes.
don't think it twice, it's going to work.
Yes. Like Nike, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah, just do
Just
it.
do it. Be smart. Definitely have a plan though. Make a plan and then execute from there.
Follow the steps. You have to have the business plan. You have to have your strategies. You have to
Correct.
make sure that you have your goals written, and you have to go through the whole process,
Exactly. Exactly.
just throw yourself out there. You have to follow those things. But
Yes.
yes. So what has been most rewarding moment for you since starting the Gracious Hearts for you?
It's honestly seeing my seniors and my caregivers interactions. We get pictures of like them in the swimming pool together. We get pictures of them, the most rewarding one I believe was I think last year. Was it last year when the moon eclipse?
Yeah. Yes.
That was the most rewarding one, because I actually had a client who wanted to go and see the eclipse in San Antonio. And it was my caregiver who was actually able to give that to her. And the good thing was it actually happened prior to her expiring. And that was the moment that she wanted. And so that was the most like heartfelt, touching emotion, that we are able to be here for people. We're
Yeah.
able to do things that other people are not able to do for their own family members at times. So
Mhm.
it's very rewarding.
Yeah. That
Yes,
is a touching story. That
it
is
is
so,
very. Yes,
and fulfilling somebody's dreams, last dreams. It's like, my God, I cannot imagine how,
gets me chills.
yeah, just,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah. So looking ahead, what are your goals for the growth, expansion of your business, or how do you see yourself in coming 5 years? Or
Well, of course, we want to make it a full circle. So it's things that we do want to add to our services. Like we just added transportation to our services, where we can commute our clients to their doctor's appointments, or to, a social event if they want to go. We are adding things to our services that would benefit our clients and make it easier for them. In 5 years, I mean, I just plan to go where we're needed and do what we need to do for our seniors community.
awesome, awesome. That's such an and starting from, like you said, you have a lot of experience under you, from 19 years of age, and now you have your own business. You're an entrepreneur, doing good, working hard, and besides that, it's also giving joy, and giving help to somebody else brings another another set of whole joy to your life. And sharing that stories with us is really appreciated. I really thank you for sharing this wonderful journey today and inspiring. And I'm sure that our audience that are listening to us have, if they're like I said, if they're a nurse or they're thinking about starting their business, and this is another inspiring story for them to listen to. And we will put all your information in the description. So if there's somebody who wants to reach out to you, if they need they are looking for a home care, then they can definitely reach out to you, Shameka.
Yes, of
And we'll put
course.
all your details in the description. It's so nice that you came here today and shared your story. I truly appreciate it. It's amazing to see how your passion for caregiving has transformed into thriving business that serves the community and compassion and excellence. To all our viewers, if you found this conversation valuable, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, see you, take care, be kind to yourself and to others. Thank you, Shamika.
Thank you, Artie. You have a great day.
You too.